Hi, and welcome back to It's a Miracle Budgeting. My name is Brandy and I am a cash budgeter. I do not zero-based budget. I do budget close to zero, but I do always leave a rollover that is not touched. Like I don't count it in my budgeting. It's just there for a cushion. My husband and I have been together for 22 years. We've been married for 19 and we've never budgeted together. So everything you see here is my money unless I point out husband gave me some or this is our money. We're both budgeting, things like that. But honestly, that's rare. He does his savings and his bills and I do mine and we just split the difference. So today I'm going to do my second half of my first paycheck of November. I am doing weekly even though I'm paid bi-weekly and I'm finding so far it's working really well for me. If I could stop getting sick, I actually would be working a lot better, but unfortunately that is what we're at this year. I just got over the flu or food poisoning, whatever it was, I don't know, but it was vicious, so not as much got spent out of this, and some of the stuff that was spent was only spent for the sheer fact that I was sick. So we have nothing in my ones and fives, and I have just my single 10 in my spare change. I just keep this so I always have a 10 on me no matter what of cash. You know, there's always times you need cash versus credit. And then my ones and fives, you'll see as I get in there, I didn't spend hardly any money this week because I was sick. So groceries, I actually spent all of our grocery money and the grocery money that I would be stuffing today. So nothing will happen in groceries today because I was sick. I actually did a delivery order. I normally don't do that. And honestly, it was like just food I could eat, food that made sense for why I was sick. So I don't have anything left in there. Move these back just a little bit. I did just make these. I was inspired by Marlene from Snow Gardener 307. She has one similar to this, and I was inspired by her because I wanted to have my actual categories. And so I just took some of the vinyl that I have with it and made it on my Cricut and just laminated it clear because I'm just doing dividers. I don't need it to be super pretty. And so 25 is left in fuel. I actually still have a full tank because I didn't drive because I wasn't feeling well. So that's going to roll over. In dining, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which is what we started with because again, couldn't do anything. In spending, same 15. In household, we have 10. And in miscellaneous, I did spend on that groceries actually. So let's see what we have for rollover this week. I have more than I would normally have, so that's kind of nice and bad all at the same time. Nice because it probably means another week I'm going to end up spending more, but so we have in rollover 20, 30, 45, 55, and then that's 10, so that's 65. So normally in my second week I don't do the 25 out of my house cash into month ahead, but I probably will today because that's a lot of rollover. So groceries isn't getting anything. Fuel is getting 25. Dining is getting 15. Spending is getting 15. Household gets 10. And miscellaneous gets 5. I may actually stop stuffing household weekly. I may just start putting it in my Amazon binder for the sheer fact that I'm having all of my stuff that is in my household delivered to my house right now. In our area, we're having a huge issue with shortages. I know other people are talking about it as well. And I'm a little bit particular about household products, so I like to get what I want to buy, not just anything. And so one thing the entire toilet paper shortage last year taught me is that I am not able to use every kind of toilet paper out there. So I like getting my brand. So I'm doing them through Amazon right now. So I probably will slowly move that household over to my Amazon folder versus stuffing it every week. But for now, that's what I've been doing the whole time I've been cash stuffing. So I did leave it. So I set those aside so I can stuff those back in my wallet. And next we're going to go to my family binder. So kids is getting 5. So kids now has 20, 35, 40. And my next 3 folders are like the exact, or envelopes are the exact same. I didn't design them this way initially, but they did turn out to be that way. So until somebody gets more money or less money, that's just how it's going to be. Grandsons is also getting 5. And so it has 20, 35, 40. School is getting 5. And so that's 20, 30, 40. And I did add, I didn't have these in here previously, I did add these in because I actually do mine digitally. I don't think I have my phone near me. I do. I track mine digitally, and so I don't normally do trackers, but one thing I noticed is sometimes I go in and I'm pulling, you know, for multiple envelopes. So I actually use this called simple budget envelopes, and it just lets you sort, and I have my cash envelopes and my sinking funds in here, and that's usually what I use. But what I started finding is, especially when I needed to pull out multiple envelopes, I would miss one, or I'd miscalculate, or whatever it was. So I definitely wanted to have a little bit of tracker so I can track each fund individually, which you can in there too, but this is the minute I take it out, I can write it. And then, let's see, we did grandsons, we did school. So birthdays is getting 15. We have a birthday this month. We actually have a birthday November 22nd. My son is turning 15, so he will be getting a portion of this. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95, oops. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95, 105, 110. So birthdays has 110. I did already do my trackers. Beauty is getting 40. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 105, 110. That's another 2 in a row. They're the exact same. That's ironic. Especially since they're stuff completely different. Subscriptions is getting 15. I actually have Disney Plus coming out on my Apple, not my Apple card, but my Apple account. It comes off. But what I do is I actually take this and put a credit. Almost everything I have that's a subscription comes through Apple. So I have a credit on there, I think like 53, and then when we get closer to the December 15th renewal date for my Disney Plus, I will put this in there too, and that will cover that. So I have 20, 40, 55, 60. So I have 16 subscriptions. We have pets is getting 10. So we will have 50. Medical is getting 30. So medical now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 186, which I will be getting prescriptions next week, so a lot of this will go down. And I think I have a $30 copay, so I need to pay too. And then this is that Amazon folder I was talking about. I think instead of putting household in my cash funds, I think I'm going to start putting it in here because this is where we're buying 90% of our household stuff. I'm not a huge supporter of Amazon, but with everything going on, I can't, it's one thing I can't stress about right now. And then I'm actually going to start moving any food I have that rolls over. I'm going to put in Sam's Club so we can start doing some bigger orders on some things. So that is it for my family binder. Next is home. So house cash is first, and house cash is that leftover money that I pulled out of my cash envelopes. And then I'm also going to take 25 out of that and give it to the month ahead. So once I put all this together, that is a wretched 5, wow. We will have in house cash. I did pull out, I just want to reflect here. So 25 went to house or month ahead last stuffing, and then during the week I actually moved 25. We actually had to go set up a storage. I just emptied my storage. For anybody who's watching my channel for a while, I emptied a storage locker from when we moved 2 years ago, and I don't even think we've been out of there 3 months yet, and our enclosed porch where we moved our storage to is now collapsing. It obviously wasn't as sturdy as we thought. If you haven't seen before, we purchased a almost 50-year-old trailer. It's a manufactured home trailer, but it's really bad shape. Whoever had it before us didn't take care of it, and it was purely so we could save money. It cut our housing costs almost a third, so we're able to save for a house and pay off our debt. And so this isn't our forever home, and so now I'm having to go back into storage so that I can move that stuff off that porch. We've started the process. We haven't finished it, so just drama, but that's where we were at last time. So in house cash, I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, and then that 10, so that's 165, which I think puts us almost exactly where we were last time, because I feel like that's what it does. It goes down and then back up and then down and back up, but I haven't emptied it in a while, so that's good. Month ahead is getting the 25 that we pulled out, plus 25 from my payday. So we have 1, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 80, 4, 20, 40, 50, 5, 60. So 460 in month ahead, which that last 25 is not reflected on my tracker because I wasn't planning to do it. But when I saw how much I had left, I figured this is the fund I'm really trying to concentrate on. I'm really trying to get this caught up and done. It probably will take me well into next year, but it's definitely where I'm putting some concentration. So my tracker does not reflect it, but I'll add that later. Here's that storage I was talking about. Just has 25 in it for now. Clothing is getting 10. And we do now have 10, 25, 35, 40. Next is car expenses. Car expenses is getting 25. So in car expenses, we now have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 65. Next is car tags. And car tags is getting a 5. So car tags now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 90. Home is getting, well, first let's remove my hair that's like stuck to it. Next is home, and home is getting a 10. So we have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Appliances we're not doing yet. I was stuffing this earlier in the year and I stepped away from it to do other stuff. Vacation is getting a 20. So we will have 20, 40, 60, 81, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So 180 in vacation. Nothing for the rest of these. So that is it for my house binder or home. Next is my savings. And first is debt. This is getting $15. Is that right? No, $30, excuse me. Should have known. So we now have 50, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 270, 280, 290. And I'll be sending that to the bank pretty soon to pay off a bill. Savings is getting 40. So savings now has 51, 52, 20, 40, 60, 2, 4, 6, 8, 70. So 270 in savings. And I actually haven't been redoing this very long. I mean, it adds up if you are regular and consistent because I emptied this not that long ago. An emergency fund is getting 25. $1,000 is in the bank for our emergency fund, but in our cash emergency fund we have 51, 20, 40, 5, 50, so 150. Thanksgiving has $100, not touching it. That's just for the last few odds and ends we need. Santa is getting 75, which I only have small bills left, so that's fun. If you haven't seen my channel before, we have 1,000 and a 500 placeholder. This was money that was in the bank. Some of that has been spent now. However, I am leaving it so I can keep track of how much I spent this Christmas so that it can give me a ballpark for my estimations and my goals next year. So 75, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 55. I'm going to be doing a bill swap shortly, so this I'm not super worried about it. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 3. So in cash, we have 300. Holidays is getting a 5. and we will have 30. This is for all non-Thanksgiving, non-Santa type holidays. I've said before in videos, we are not Christians. We don't celebrate traditional Christian holidays, but we do typically, everybody's making dinner on Easter Sunday. We typically will make dinner on Easter Sunday. Or example is, we love these for barbecues for like Labor Day, Memorial Day and stuff like that, or Valentine's Day. Sometimes I'll go get the kids candy. So gifts is getting 15. So in gifts we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 35. So we have 135 in gifts. We actually at work adopted a family, and so I'm purchasing some gifts for that family, and then we also purchase gifts for like our head, our owner, and our 2 main guys. So I will be using those pretty soon. It'll probably be empty. And actually I'll probably go in the hole a little bit. Planning is getting a 10. And so that is 40. This is for my planners next year. I actually already have all of my planners. Everything is designed. I have them half done actually, but I have a few like stickers and other things I need to purchase, and that's what I'm using that for. This isn't getting anything. I am going to start stuffing this pretty soon. I have an annual fee on 2 cards, I believe, and I want to start doing it ahead of time. I saw another YouTuber do it. I thought it was so genius. So I will be doing that soon. Next is savings challenges. So 52 week is getting 40. We already hit 1,000 in this one once. So we're going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4 in 10s. So in my 52-week challenge, we have 100, 50, 200, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 3. So 273. If you haven't seen my channel before, I save all of the whole thing, and when I reach 1,000 in this binder total overall, I then go pay it on my consolidation loan. Next is my 1K challenge, and that is getting 30. That 2 has a 1K slip in here. So that's 30. So I have 1, 50, 70, 90, 2, 10, 21. 221 in my 1K challenge. I think it's either this stuffing or my next stuffing. I actually hit 1,000 in all of my challenges. Next is Girls Who Budget. They have a Instagram and a Etsy, and that one always gets 20 every single week. So that's 10, 20. So we have in here 1, 20, 45, 55, 60. So 160 in Girls Who Budgets. They actually have some pretty cool trackers too. Saveopoly is getting 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. One, 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 1, 2, 3, so 233. And then we had nothing for our 5s and 10s, so I have nothing to add to these. Okay, I am shedding really bad. I had a lupus flare-up really recently, and every time I have a lupus flare-up, I shed nonstop afterwards. It's actually a form of alopecia. I personally don't struggle with bald spots because of it, but a lot of lupus people do. I just have to be lucky to have a ton of hair follicles. Otherwise, I would, because you lose a lot. Like, I can make a wig out of what I find on my bed. Last is business, and business is getting 15. That's what's left. So we now will have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 in business. So that is it for this cash stuffing. If you've made it this far, I hope you will like, share, subscribe. Make sure to ring that bell for notifications. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day and your budget's going good. Have a great day, guys.